Well, howdy folks, Stan the Human here, Stanley LeCarpentier for the PTSD Fund. We're having our Trek-a-thon this weekend, and because it's the last Sunday of the month, but I want you to see what the fall looks like here in North Carolina. Is that not just some of the most beautiful stuff you've ever seen? Well, we're going to be out on the trail. This is, whoa, now drop the phone there, folks. Anyway, we're going to be out here on this trail. This is an offshoot of it. It's called the Ocklawaha, and it's 3.7 miles from end to end. And so what we're going to be doing is taking it down and back 3 times. So those 6 times 3.7 is going to give us our 22.2 miles. So we're going to start at a park that's in the middle between the 2 ends, and go up and down and back, and that'll be a lap. So anyway, all adds up the same. So I wanted you to see this. We're headed down this little trail here as I talk to you. They're doing some mowing and some cleaning up and stuff in the background down there, so I wanted to get away from the sound a little bit. Let me tell you why this is important. If you can, as we say, give 22 or go 22, you can help bring attention and real, actual, therapy sessions, as it were, in this science we have called tapping, that we use to get rid of PTSD in soldiers and any other citizen who has had a hard time, has some sort of traumatic event going on. And quite frankly, that's easy to find these days, if you know what I mean. So on Sunday, we'll be doing the 22 miles. Now, the 22 miles that we do in these Trek-a-thons is to bring attention to the fact that 22 veterans a day, you hear me? A day, kill themselves. They commit suicide. 22 a day. That statistic has been around for a while. And since Afghanistan, my understanding is it's gotten worse. So that's why we do these things. If you can come with us, great. If you can't, certainly understand. Maybe you can do it where you live. These Trek-a-thons, they're like the old walk-a-thons. But the thing is that, well, 22 miles is a lot. So what we've done is we've decided that we should call it a Trek-a-thon. And you can walk it, you can ride a bike, you can run it, you can skate it, take a golf cart. Heck, you can figure out a way to fly it, or sailboard it, or whatever. No, but in all seriousness, 22 miles is a long way. So we let you kind of choose your mode of transportation. Now, if you want to drive it, that's completely legit as well. And in the past, we've had actual courses that you drive, so you've done the 22, and we ask you to take a flag and throw it on the back of your pickup truck or your motorcycle or whatever it is you're driving. Maybe throw up a sign, So, like I said, you can do it any way you want. Right now, and you know this if you were around last month, I don't have a bike with me down here or over here. And so I walked it. It was a 13-hour trip. But whatever, got it done. And so Sunday, we're starting at 8 a.m. by the cabana, where the parking is in Patton Park, here in Hendersonville, North Carolina. If you want to come with us, come on. But, you know, if you are actually on the event trail with us, wearing the t-shirt and all that, as it were, then we ask you to sign a waiver, in addition to throwing in 22 yourself, so you're putting your money where your feet are, as it were. And so but it's the spirit of it. It's the awareness that we have of science that we can use now to get rid of PTSD. And so that means it's not an if. Okay? I've seen a lot of soldiers do the work that it takes to get rid of their PTSD, and they're better off for it. Some of these people, I gotta tell you, some of them, they've been through a lot. I mean, a whole lot. And yeah, the wars these days have the added benefit of percussiveness being added to it. So, like the explosions that are being heard by soldiers out in the field these days are a whole lot louder than, you know, explosions of old, even, you know, in the last century. So there's that percussive effect going on. There's the things that are seen with the eyes, the images that are taken in, and all of that stuck energy, all of that pain, all that burden of your sins, quote unquote, as Jesus put in the Bible. Physics has shown us that energy is stuck. And what we do is we use tapping, hitting the tapping points in certain sequences that dissipate, okay? Really just energy gone, stuck energy gone, trauma gone, nightmare movies in the head gone, or they lose their color and their any emotion that was attached to them. You can really get rid of all sorts of things that have happened in your life, and then once you've really hit the big things, you can you know, as much of your quote unquote inventory as you can. Well, then you can maintain a daily practice that keeps you free of building up more trauma. So anyway, wow, this little side trip has taken me all sorts of wacko-ness. You know, be going up this windy hill, just went over this what do you call that thing? Yeah, a bridge. But yeah, the path is following a creek, or a creek bed at least. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. And we have civilization in the form of a Frisbee golf hole. So this isn't even the walk. This is just me kind of prepping you guys for it. So sure hope that you'll join us. And I hope that you'll use this to become aware that these veterans don't have to die. Maybe it's you. Whether you're a veteran or not. Maybe it's a kid down the street who lost a father. Maybe it's any school kid in America who's been through the past 2 years. Maybe it's your cousin who's a veteran. your son, your father, your sister, your mother. PTSD does not have to happen. Seriously, we have a science. It's the only thing in U.S. psychiatric history legally allowed to use the word cure. Do your own research. But you can try it. All you're doing is tapping on meridian points on your body in a certain sequence. There's points that you can use when you're in stressful conversations that don't detract from the conversation. People won't even see you or won't have any idea what you're doing. There's all sorts of techniques in it, cross hemisphere stuff, etc. But anyway, come on in, either give 22 or go 22. I'm Sam the Human, I love you. I'm out of here, down this path.